So hopefully that helps. Let's talk about heating these net zero houses. Good thing it's plastic. So how do we do that? We do it with heat pumps. So this is a schematic of a standard air source heat pump. There's a compressor. It compresses a refrigerant. Like refrigerant is a thing that changes phase from a liquid to a gas. And when you compress it, it gets really hot, right? So the hot refrigerant, after it comes off the compressor, comes into the house, goes through a coil. There's a little fan back here that blows air across that coil, and we extract heat off that thing. The gas then comes back out, goes through an expansion valve. The hot liquid comes out, goes through an expansion valve, comes up here, condenses, and dumps off its heat outside. Picks up more heat from outside, comes in, gets compressed, keeps doing this circuit. Oh, I'm sorry, it dumps off its cold outside. We're talking about a heat pump, right? It's the same thing as an air conditioner running backwards. So if we were doing a air conditioning cycle, the refrigerant would be going the opposite direction. It would be moving heat from outside to inside. But in the heat pump mode, it moves heat from inside to outside. So the refrigerant comes out here, and we blow the heat off of it and cool it down. Keep talking about air conditioning. I'm in air conditioning mode. It's hot out. Okay, back up. So it's a refrigerant cycle. So we compress refrigerant, we bring it inside, we extract heat off of it. We push it back outside, we extract cold off of it, and we heat it up using the outdoor air. It comes back through the compressor, gets heated back up again, comes inside, we dump heat out. It does this continuous loop cycle. And in that cycle, it's changing phase. So it's boiling, and then it's evaporating, both. So this is very, very efficient in terms of heating. It's maybe 2.5 or 3 times as efficient as electric resistance or electric baseboard heating. Super efficient in cooling when it runs the other way, which, we're talking about heating, but cooling's a big thing too. And, the AC is on in this room right now. Heat pumps are very, very efficient at cooling, probably 3 times more efficient than a window AC unit, something like that. So by using these very effective heat pumps, we can do heating with electricity now. And if we have a renewable energy system, we can make the energy that we need to run our heating system. We can't really make oil with our solar panels and run an oil boiler, but we can make electricity and run a heat pump. So here's another schematic of it. Here you can kind of see what they look like, the condensing unit outside, the evaporating unit inside. And this is an air source heat pump, right? So the heat source is the outdoor air. And in the wintertime in Vermont, what do we know about the outdoor air? It gets cold, right? So we need access to a lot of air because we're extracting heat out of it. So we can't hide the heat, the outdoor unit in the bushes or behind a fence or anything like that. It has to have free access to air. And same thing on the indoor unit. These wall units tend to go up high. This is called a ductless mini split heat pump, right? There's no ducting. It just goes to a wall unit. So that's the heat pumps. That's how they work. You can zone those ductless mini splits. You can put one outdoor unit connected to 2 or 3 indoor units. That's called a multi-split heat pump. You can also put a 1-to-1 zone, so 1 outdoor unit, 1 indoor unit. You can put another outdoor unit and another indoor unit at the other part of your home. Sometimes homes are stretched out. Heat pumps work really good if a home has sort of a big open room, big open kitchen, dining room, living room area, where if it's broken up into little rooms, like that one unit on the wall isn't really going to be able to get through all the different walls. So they're kind of room heaters. Excuse me, ma'am?
I'm sorry, what's the square footage, typical square footage it would cover?
Totally depends on how well insulated that is. And and that kind of thing. Typically, you know, 1 or 2 units in each home will do it if you do some energy efficiency work as well.
And you have a central.
You
Do they
mention
have a
it?
fan in them so that
Yeah.
it's blowing, because I see, okay, it's way up here, but you're
Yep.
sitting down here.
Yep. This, there's a louver right here.
Okay.
So there's a fan in here, and it takes air from the top, from the ceiling, and pushes it out the front of the unit like that. And then this unit has a big fan in it, and it sucks air in from the back and pushes air out the front of it. These outdoor things will make a little bit of noise. They kind of sound like a window air conditioner when they're running. The indoor units are pretty quiet, but you can still hear them. If the fan's up on high, you can hear some air noise moving around.
Do they make them in a centralized form if you have duct work in your house already, such
Yeah.
that you could?
It's hard to use them in an existing duct system. There are some that are designed for that, but a lot of homes, the duct system in the home wasn't very well thought out. In fact, I have seen thousands of ducting systems in homes, and I would say 80 or 90% of them should probably get torn out and redone. So there's a lot of what they call static pressure, a lot of leakage, there's a lot of restriction and a lot of like flow issues. And we're talking about something that's got maybe a capacity of around 15,000 BTUs an hour going into a duct system that was designed for a system that has 100,000 BTU an hour capacity. So they don't really fit that well, but they do make them that have air handlers and ducting systems for them. So you could do a ducted heat pump if you wanted to. That's totally an option. But tying it into an existing duct system,
Do they make them?
you
such
could,
that
but
you
I wouldn't like bet on the results.
Do they make it such that you could combine it with heat recovery ventilation system too, such that you're using the same ductwork if you put new ductwork?
Yeah, it kind of makes more sense to mix with it. They actually have HRVs that have heat pumps in them.
Okay.
They're conditioning
Mhm.
HRVs or ERVs. There's a couple different brands. We can talk about. I'm happy to talk about that. So heat pumps, they're a very effective and efficient way of heating your home. Don't expect to get 100% of the heat you need for your home from your heat pump, unless maybe you're building a new super insulated high performance type home, like Knox.